Friends, in this video for ithought PMS, I am going to talk to you on Solitaire, our flagship product, and the first one. A number of you have questions to ask me about Solitaire. I am just going to raise those questions and answer them. These are questions that are aligned to the current market context, your own doubts about what you should be doing, your curiosity about Solitaire, how it can work for you, and what we can do differently for every one of you. The first question, is it a good time to start with Solitaire? The most important thing about Solitaire is that it is a PMS scheme where the investing is always aligned to the market context and to valuations. We are not going to invest all the money we receive on day one. We are not in any hurry to deploy capital. We deploy capital on merit. 2 years back when we began, we deployed capital very gradually, but as luck would have it, by the time we finished deploying capital, we had the first wave of COVID, and then we had another wave of COVID. Now, as we complete 2 years, this portfolio has performed well right through those troubling times of COVID. We have not taken crazy risks. We have bought companies to a certain philosophy. We have stuck to the product's focus. We have bought only businesses which are strictly aligned to certain valuation metrics. We have scaled up each portfolio on the merit of valuations. So, when you start will not affect your performance. If you start tomorrow, we would scale up your portfolio in a gradual way. We will deploy capital sensibly, and we will ensure that your investments are aligned to the future portfolio of Solitaire. I am sure some of your friends who own Solitaire portfolios of earlier vintage will have some companies which we bought 2 years ago. We would not blindly mimic those companies in your portfolio, because they have gained valuation and come to a point where their valuations could be near mature. In such instances, we would find winners of tomorrow which will deliver for you the same performance which Solitaire has delivered for those who joined in 2019. So, it would be dynamic, our search for ideas is constant, and the portfolio will turn very gradually like a giant wheel. So, those who are there with us from 2019 will also see some of those ideas gradually move out as the valuations speak out, and then they would own the same stocks as you would starting now. So, the portfolios will gradually come into alignment, and we would not create carbon copy portfolios for people who start at different points in time. So, when you start should not really matter. If you start now, we will construct your portfolio prudently, aligned to the current market context, the opportunities before us, and what can be tomorrow's winners will find a place in your portfolio. The second question before you on Solitaire is, how is every investor special? In most PMS schemes, there is a model portfolio, and most portfolios mirror the model portfolio. In our Solitaire investment ecosystem, we do not carry a model portfolio. Instead, we have a clear investment universe. In that universe, there are a number of companies. From that investment universe, we identify the companies which are within our valuation zone. When a company goes well beyond the valuation zone, though it continues to remain in the investment universe, it would not find its way into the portfolio. So, when we construct a portfolio for you tomorrow, we will choose stocks from our investment universe which comply with our metrics and what we want to feel comfortable about for you. So, your portfolio will be constructed ground up from the stock universe, choosing ideas which are not very expensive, which are attractively valued and which offer decent scope for future appreciation. We do this filtering at the stock level, not just at the overall portfolio level. By doing that, we ensure that we do not buy stocks when they are very expensive, and we certainly buy stocks when they come in our favor. So, in that sense, for every investor, the portfolio is constructed ground up, customized and aligned to the valuations which we are comfortable with. We avoid stereotyping and cyclo-styling portfolios of one investor with the other. So, the investment universe is robust and we pick ideas from that investment universe and we create portfolios according to the market context. If a stock comes back in favor, if the valuations come to a level we like, then we introduce that stock again into the portfolio of those who have joined later. So, you can rest assured that if you give us 50 lakhs to start tomorrow, we would be very careful in the way we deploy the money. We would be cautious dealing with the prevailing valuations, and when the valuations turn in our favor, we would certainly want to invest more. More importantly, since we are beginning a portfolio at a place in the market cycle which is certainly high, we would prepare you to invest more when the valuations come in your favor. So, if you put a 50 lakhs, we would constantly have this dialogue with you to tell you how we have deployed the money and where we want fresh money. So, this conversation will prepare you to invest when the markets come down, and you will also understand that your money is being sensibly deployed and you should deploy more money. So, that preparation is something which we will do specific to you. So, in that sense, every one of you is special, every one of your Solitaire portfolios is special, and we want you to be hungry to invest more when valuations come in your favor. You can do that only if you feel comfortable that we have deployed your initial money carefully, cautiously and sensibly. That is something we will ensure happens for you. The third question is how the process works for you. An investment process builds positions gradually. If a stock is very attractively valued, then we would be able to build a significant part of our desired position quickly. But if the valuations are slightly elevated, then we would want to wait after taking a starter position and then buy when the valuations come in our favor. As the valuations come into a place where we are very comfortable with, we would want to complete building that investment position. Every investment position in your Solitaire portfolio is built like that, and the process is aligned to following each investor's allocation to specific stocks, monitoring the valuations of the companies, and when valuations come in your favor, we would ensure that those positions are built to what we want them to be. So, the process constantly monitors every portfolio, the position size of each idea in that portfolio, the valuations prevailing in the market, and as the valuations come in favor, we create the position sizing which we desire for you. In that sense, we align our aspirations for you in individual stocks and at a portfolio level to the market valuations, and the process ensures that we do not miss opportunities, and we also wait until opportunities come to where we want them to be. So, there is a constant monitoring and oversight over each portfolio to ensure that the process works for you. In that sense, you are special and the process works specially for you. The fourth question is, what can you do when the markets fall? Most people tend to go into a frozen mode when markets fall. When markets are rising, we all want to be part of the action, but it is very important as to what we do when the markets fall. You must prepare for a market fall. always, because what you do during a market fall is going to decide your investment performance. It is going to decide how effective we are as managers to your portfolio. Something that I have observed in my career, the incremental investments made to a portfolio create most of the incremental returns, and most of the beta is actually created by incremental investments. I say this quite openly. Assume you are given 50 lakhs now, you know where the markets are, but let us say the market comes down 10% and you put another 10 lakhs. Let us say the market comes down another 10% and you put another 15 lakhs. Then the market comes back to where it is today. The incremental 25 lakhs which you invest can create significant outperformance over benchmarks. As managers to your portfolio, we want to deploy your original sum in a very disciplined way, with the expectation that you will understand how that money has been deployed, and when the market comes down, you are fully prepared in your mind to invest more money. You are prepared to invest more money, not once, but more than once, maybe twice or even thrice. This mental preparation is something that can change your investment experience. It can change the outcomes for you. It can change how much you believe in equity as an asset class. Solitaire as a product is fully equipped to manage risks in a way which will never make you uncomfortable. But still, in your mind, you must prepare yourself to participate when opportunity knocks. At that time, you should not procrastinate, you should not delay, you should not hesitate. Most importantly, you should not freeze and go into inaction. Most investors who learn this and play a proactive role in participating when the markets fall always find better results coming their way, and this is something that we want every one of you to do. Solitaire is created so that you are comfortable and in the right frame of mind to do that. If we had chosen a risk approach which is very volatile, then you would not be comfortable to do that. But here is a product which is created to give you that comfort level where if the market falls, you have nothing to worry and you have an opportunity to invest more, not once but several times. The last question, what can we do for you? The first thing is that we curate portfolios specially for you. We take ideas from the investment universe and create portfolios aligned to the market context. So, your portfolio will be unique, special, and if you are the kind of investor who continuously contributes money, like every month, every quarter, whenever you get a bonus, or whenever you have accumulated a decent sum of money, then we will be able to invest that money very sensibly in opportunities that are before us where we have very high conviction. So, the investors who are more receptive, who are more interacting and who are more trusting tend to get our best effort working for them, because they have given us an opportunity to do that and we would never miss that opportunity. The second thing which we can do for you, the way we have fixed the fee structure, and this is something very, very important. What happens when you have 1 year of very good investment performance like the present year, where portfolios are up anywhere between 60 and 70%. In that year, because of the lumpiness of profits or appreciation, it is natural that your fees can be very high. But remember that that lumpy year has come after a year when things were not so great, and it will probably lead into a year when things are again not so great. What we can do for you is ensure that the fees are fixed. This profits that come from lumpiness is going to be yours, and we are happy with the fixed fees. and we also will ensure that some amount of capital is kept aside so that we could invest the money when the markets fall. We will constantly be on the lookout to raise cash levels and keep money ready so that we can invest for you when the markets fall. If you are giving us money now, we can always ensure that we have some money left to invest when the markets fall. And that number is based on opportunity, our ability to deploy capital, the valuation comfort that we get from ideas, and the liquidity in those ideas. So, we are not going to rush, we are going to be very cautious, very careful, and completely valuation driven, and we are going to ensure that your portfolio is always special and gets the attention that it merits and deserves, so that your investment experience with us is comfortable and purposeful. Importantly, we can give you the comfort to invest money regularly when the markets fall and when the markets fall even more, because Solitaire is actually created in such a way that you can confidently keep investing money when the chips are down and make a lot of money when the markets are buoyant like the present. Importantly, good times or bad times, the fees are fixed, and when we perform exceptionally well, the benefits go to you. So, that is something we will ensure. So, these are the 5 questions about Solitaire which we would like you to consider. This is a product where portfolios are created like an investor would do it. I have just tried to bring my own thought process into how I want my portfolio to be, and that thought process comes into your portfolios as well. Our team is also conditioned to think that way. So, the ideation itself works in such a way that we have a framework, a philosophy, and a product universe. The stock universe is well defined, and we will stick to that and create more and more ideas which will give you superior returns with moderated risks and very modest fees. So, that in essence is the Solitaire promise, and you can onboard yourself right away and join us on this very exciting journey. Thank you very much.